Welcome, everyone. I have the wonderful Virginie here with me, and I'm very happy that you said yes. So, welcome, V, before I ask you all the questions.
Thank you. Hi, everyone.
Yeah, so V also has been going through the intuitive human design teacher training and certification. We have known each other for many, many years already. She has been in my world for quite some time. And I would like to know from you, why did you decide to join the certification, in particular this one, right? Because I think there's a lot of different human design certification out in the market.
There's a few things. I did a certification a few years ago with Karen Curry Parker, but that's like a different level. I have been looking at your certification for a few years, but you were doing it with somebody else. But I was really resonating with your teaching in particular, so I was kind of waiting for you to do the one on your own. Um, I think I needed to have some more confidence within myself with human design. Like I was already certified, but I needed practice. And um, knowing you, I knew that we would do a lot of practice. You did say that we would do that. I felt like I would review all the foundation, which I needed as well. Um, I did it because I needed more confidence in myself, and it's what I'm getting. I'm talking, yeah. We read each other body graph. We contemplate a specific one. We talk about um like it's like advanced stuff that I was craving for. So yeah, that's why I did it.
Awesome. And I love having you, as you know. So, and I can see actually like how much more confident you are and also how much joy you bring into the human design, when you give readings and all of that. So, I love that. Now, I know there's a lot of things in the certification, right? There's the content, there is the community, the live calls, probably even more. What would you say has been your favorite part of it so far?
In the content, I really love the dive onto the into the centers. I took that part very slowly, and I took the time to really just go dive into it. I really enjoyed that. And also, what I really enjoyed is the people that I met in the certification, and being able to kind of say to one another, hey, I need some practice. Can I read your chart? Can we book something? And we just do that, and we just keep on going. And then when you start to know someone's chart, because human design is such an ongoing thing, it
Mhm.
gave us the opportunity to follow someone knowing their chart, and we went through a few chart, etc. It just been that was so valuable for me, and you create friendships, and it all depends on how much you give as well, like how much you um, commit to this, and how much, yeah, you want to dive into it. But if you really commit and you have a lot of questions, there's always someone that is here to support you, and you are like, I feel like the best you get out of you is when we ask you question, and it always blows my mind how um clear, and I don't know, I love every time you answer something specific. That's how it makes a lot of clarity for me.
I love that. So ask questions. I
Yes.
love questions. That's so
Give
true.
you something to respond to. And we also understand that, like, it's such a good having people talking to people that understand the basic of human design. Then I don't know, there is it's a different level of communication. We don't need to go back, even though you have people that go through the basic, but for some reason they get it straight away. So it elevates the conversation to a different level where we're like, okay, we know the basic. Now we're like, but actually, what does it mean? How does it feel? How did we experience that? That was that's very valuable. Having different feedback from different people, you're like, okay, and they understand the basic of human design. So it's like, okay, you have this center undefined and I have it defined. I feel this way. Is this coming from that center? Or maybe, oh, but what about this center? What about this gate? And what about this line? It really, I don't know, you made it possible for us to have those kind of conversation. That's for me,
Mhm.
that's very valuable.
Yeah, and it's beautiful for me to witness because you guys are super committed. You ask a lot of questions, you engage. That's where the magic is. Now, for you personally, what are the most important internal, psychological, spiritual, or emotional shifts that you feel like you have been experiencing so far doing this training in the human design certification? Like, what is the transformation you feel like you have gone through?
It's in the society that spend a lot of money on putting us away from spirituality, embodied spirituality. This training has been such a like a secure anchor into like, no, 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 this is what's going on, this is possible. Remember to be connected to your higher self. Remember that you are not here to be like everybody else. Remember that your desires are valid, and and um, be ready to see the magic, because the magic is real. And if you take the time, if you know that it exists and you take the time to look for it, you witness it. And that makes life so much more worth it. And for me, it was a really big, um, what's the word? Just such a good reassurance, like bringing so much more faith. And it's like, no, no, this is happening. People are having results. People are having beautiful changes in their lives, like positive stuff. That's been big.
Mm. No, and I love also to hear from you, right? That you, because oftentimes we feel like, oh, this is just some spiritual stuff. It's some woo thing, but no, this is helping me trust myself, right? And to actually own that for yourself and not have to fit in into what society tells us we have to do or how we should be or what job we should have, right? Because I know from you, you're very passionate about all of this and you light up, you have the spark in your eye, and then it's really awesome to witness you fully owning it. Yeah.
Yeah, and having a space where you can share that, like being fully honest, and they're like, "Oh, you guys, like, I'm doing this crazy thing," and people are not going to judge you, and then that's what the world needs a bit more and more. It's like, well, if you want to do that, just do it, see what
Mhm.
happens. It's great. So that's been a big, huge support.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. So, looking back at when you started the certification, right? And where you're at right now, how do you feel different in terms of your confidence? And I think that's how we started the call, actually. You brought up confidence, right? When it comes to providing readings and sharing more about human design. Do you notice a difference there?
Yes, big. And I remember, like, I started to do I do fairs, and I stopped them for a few months. And since I've done the certification, I'm doing fairs again, and I can see how more confident I am. And I had the opportunity to practice on some of the people that were part of the certification, and I can see the first few readings that I had, even though I was doing readings before, um, talking to people that knew a bit about human design, it was like, oh, a bit more of a challenge. It needs to really bring some value to the call. And I could see a massive transformation, how it started with those people, and how, as we keep on going, they really, the feedback that I get from them is like, no, no, I'm getting much more confident. What I'm saying it actually create good positive changes. And I can see also at those fairs, it gave me the confidence to do those fairs again. And it's like, no, 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 I've got something positive to bring to the people that are open to receive that. And I don't think I would have continued if I didn't do the certification.
Oh, that fills my heart. I'm so happy to hear that. And I think one of the things that I mentioned when I created the program, I was asking the people on the page, where the invitation is to join. Are you ready to leave the world a better place than you found it? And I think what you just shared, that's like what it is, right? When we feel like we are sharing something with a person through human design and your own intuitive guidance that is really making a positive contribution. And then that person feels empowered, just like you are now more empowered to do the thing that you feel passionate about, right? And
Yeah.
you could have pushed it back because, oh, what do people think about it? And you question yourself. And so it's really creating a ripple effect. And it's one person at a time. And it's incredible of how big of an impact. It's almost like when we drop water in the ocean, like the beautiful picture behind you, and then it creates this big ripple effect from that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it does. It does. And it's we can see even the high view, I don't know if you can say high view, like principles of human design, just that. If people just knew without even knowing is it defined or undefined, it's like just the higher level of this, it just shows how society is supposed to live in harmony, and support each other and just be
Yeah,
um
there's so much
your
wisdom.
piece of the puzzle.
Yes, yes, yeah. Now, for those of you that are watching right now or listening and they feel the pull to join the certification, they have been thinking about it, but then they're like, no, I shouldn't do this, or, this inner voice that's often trying to talk us out of it. What would you let them know?
It's even if they don't do it as a guide, the personal journey, it's valuable. Like it's good enough. Like just that, like the level of awareness that you gain within yourself if you do the job, if you're willing to do the contemplation and look into it and get out of your head, and go and experiment and follow your authority. You've got such a safe place to do those experimentation and have some people to go back and share what you've been experiencing and like fine tuning. So just with that, to become so aware of your own design and so in tune and with your authority, just that is wonderful. Like just that is such a beautiful journey. And on top of that, you get a certification and then you get the confidence to go and guide others. But you know how it's always like first you need to do the inner job, inner work. And it feel like you provide that with it as well for whoever is ready to do the work. So if someone is on the edge, like it's not going to be a waste of money unless they're not willing to commit to it, but it's always going to be such a deep transformation for them. It's not just to become a guide, it's also a journey to dive deeper into your own design and your true self.
Yeah, I love that you pointed it out because the deconditioning part, I'm really huge on that. That's one of the very first modules in the certification. And yeah, you're here to help others with, but we can only help others as much as we really go ourselves or within ourselves, right? And that's really also where the confidence comes from. And I think what you're saying is like, even if you don't want to become a human design reader or teacher, right? Like, if you feel this calling, maybe it's just for your own journey, and then watch out what magic is going to unfold from that. Because once you are passionate about it, once you share this glow and magnetism with the world, usually people ask, like, what are you doing? And then we naturally tend to share and talk more about human design. And yeah, so.
There's so much things we could do about it, and it only limits to what our um, imagination limit us to do. Like human design can be used in so many different ways, but just the fact, just the opportunity to be in your presence, in your group. I don't know, they're usually small group. It's so valuable. It's so
Mm.
valuable. So just that is worth it.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And my final question for you is what's one last final nugget of wisdom that you want to leave those that are listening?
Um, I don't know. I never regretted doing one of your programs. It always gives me so much um, I don't know if it's support like through this life. It's a difficult time, and it's just always you're so like positive. You don't focus on all the stuff that is going on. You know that it's there, but you just focus on, okay, just remember you're here with your life. You're here to do something great in this world, and just that it's what we all need. It's just so grateful to be in your program all the time. It's like, Virginie, stop focusing on all this stuff. Like, yes, there's dark stuff happening, but it's always like focus
Mm.
on you, like being you, bring stuff, do the work. The consistency, it's just valuable stuff. It's good to know all this stuff, but you also want to put it in practice. This is
Mm.
another one. You really focus on, okay, you give us a lot of exercise or clues to put it into practice, and it's good because that's how we get better.
Yeah, yeah. No, I love to hear that. Thank you for sharing because yes, there's a lot of things going on in the world, and it's not to bypass that, right? Because also, especially how we feel, and I think that's where the deconditioning comes in, because especially our fears, we want to be very open and honest about, and that's always very important for me to create a safe space for that. And yeah, I'm always so happy when you join. Like I said, we have been on this journey for quite some time. I love to see your transformation, and I'm so grateful that you are now sharing this wisdom far and wide with your circles, with humanity as a whole. And very, very grateful for you, V. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're most welcome.
I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Ciao, everyone.
Bye.